Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a tale about Youzhu, whose talent could destroy everything. So Hyun-hae decided to show off his kicking skills, and when Youzhu hit the ground, he really held nothing back. Hey, I guess tough love comes in many forms. Over here, Sang-yin's training looks like a battle royale. She's engaged in an endless dance with a giant rock using her wooden sword. Youzhu couldn't help but burst out laughing, thinking this wooden sword situation was a joke. But Sang-yun was undeterred, swinging her fatal wooden swords like a true warrior. Meanwhile, while they were training hard, Seo King was secretly crafting an ultimate monster door, ready to unleash monsters into the human world. Ashui was super excited about this because in her mind, being ultra invincible was the ultimate life goal. She's longed to date the Sword Masters trio. 14 days later, Youzhu's training difficulty soared like rising veggie prices. Starting from handstands on flat ground to those on mountaintops, a real luxury for her body. She's nearly plus or minus a pound. Youzhu stepped out and saw Sang-yun still fighting with a wooden sword graveyard on the ground. Sang-yun's hands were covered in cute battle marks, but she pressed on. After another sword broke, she pulled out her last one, determined to not look back. Seeing Sang-yun succeed first, Youzhu felt immense pressure and rushed back to the training room that night. On day 20, her efforts paid off. Then Hyun-hae, like a master teaching secret martial arts, taught Youzhu the power wave fist. All her energy gathered at her fingertips and was unleashed. With that one shot, unstoppable like a slingshot, Youzhu felt like a cannonball firing off. The power unleashed shot straight through the clouds. It was like launching a rocket. In the distance, Hyle sensed the energy wave and his face lit up with expectation, as if a short weekend was just around the corner. Meanwhile, Hyun-hae looked serious seeing the startled birds fly away. She knew the wave punch would draw attention, but for the sake of legacy. Before Youzhu left, Hyun-hae gifted her a magical treasure and then quietly stood waiting for fate to arrive. Outside, the lightning and thunder sounded like a wild party. Once brothers 50 years ago, Hyun-hae grew a bit weathered while Hyle remained dashing. But once he learned the spirit orb was gone, Hyle lost interest instantly and showed his true beast mode. Meanwhile, Youzhu returned to the raiment shop to find Yinzi snatched by Fei. She chased him and hung him up without a word. Fei found himself on the losing side. Even against humans, he had to show his strength. Youzhu seized an opportunity and slapped him hard. Rumor has it that the kidnapper Fei was actually a disguise by High Elf, while Yinzi was on a cruise, and the goal was crystal clear. Youzhu and Fei decided to team up to rescue Yinzi and the Ice Girl. With Sang-yun's dynamic entry, the four-person squad arrived at the cruise terminal where Youjing's minions were already in position like they were rehearsing for a play. When ready to act, Ice Girl's family on cruise yelled excitedly, then trapped at a crucial moment. Subtitles, "She got stopped," was blocked for the second time. What a real bummer. As the boat docked, Fei hastily broke away from the group, while Youzhu and the others entered the mysterious warehouse. Just then, a monster named Duck lurked behind Sang-jin, who calmly sent it retreating like it was nothing. Youzhu knew time was of the essence, so she pulled Sang-yun and dashed away while Sang-jin countered aggressively. But Duck fired an invisible air cannon. Sang-jin dodged like a pro, making it look so effortless. However, Duck wasn't done and demanded Sang-jin to drop his human disguise. Meanwhile, Fei felt a bit helpless. He didn't want to tangle with the brawny axe wielder, but alas, there was no escape. Although the black armored warrior brandished a giant axe, he was faster than a rabbit, and his strike shook the very earth. Just when they were about to face the test, Youzhu and Sang-yun arrived at the prison entrance. What an unforgettable maze. Meanwhile, Sang-jin accidentally bumped into some cannon fire and was surely in trouble, but instead of revealing his true form, he just whipped out a rose. The rose soared through the air, triggering the anti-gravity bomb, and Sang-jin shot out another rose. It caught the rose and fumed, going all out in his attack, pushing Sang-jin into a corner. Turns out, Sang-jin was an extraordinary white fox, wielding the power to control magical plants. He summoned the sensitive mimosa. He informed Duck, "Don't want to get hit. Just stand still." But Duck didn't listen and ended up in a predicament, ensnared by the mimosa. Eventually, Duck was caught by the mimosa but realized it took a lot of demon energy to break free. Sang-jin didn't have enough energy to maintain control, and Duck blasted him away, reverting him back to his human form. Just as Sang-jin was about to strike back at Duck, he suddenly couldn't laugh anymore because he had secretly planted something during the skirmish. At the mention of keywords, the seed exploded into action immediately. Meanwhile, Fang found the rhythm in the Black Armored Warrior's attacks and gradually turned the tide. The Black Armored Warrior was encased in armor, making Fang's attacks quite ineffective. Spotting an opening, Fang easily knocked off the Black Armored Warrior's helmet. But the Black Armored Warrior wasn't a fool and decided to meet the challenge, vowing to battle Fang till the end. Fang dodged desperately, but the recoil nearly sent him crashing. The Black Armored Warrior charged at him with a blast of air. They engaged in a furious duel, and Fang's sword got knocked out of his hand, sending him crashing through a wall. The Black Armored Warrior thought victory was his but turned around to find Fang stand up once more, tearing off a sleeve to reveal his bandaged arm. The seal was meant to be saved for later, but now he had no choice but to unleash it early.